This video is going to go over the Isler family tree. And so you can see the zoomed out version right now, as far as I can go back. So hopefully somebody viewing this video can go through it and take screenshots or potentially add more detail and go even further back. But I'm going to show you what I have on the Ancestry DNA website as of 2024. So as we zoom in now, here, we're going to start with my current generation. So you'll be able to see my brother first. And over here on the left-hand side kind of shows you where we are in the family tree. But as we zoom in, you can see my brother first, Craig Everhart, and myself, Colin. This is showing my parents, Sheldon Everhart and Beverly Lutz. So I'm going to go to her parents, which were Howard Lutz from 1909 to 1972. Howard Lutz was married to my grandmother, Maxine Isler, who was born August of 1914 in Windham, Ohio, and she passed away August of 2001 in Akron, Ohio. So we're going to continue on the Isler pathway. So you can see my grandmother's parents were Rex Joseph Isler. Rex Joseph Isler was born July of 1889 in West Virginia, and he passed away in April of 1974 in Windham, Ohio. Rex Isler was married to Ruby Lucille Higley, and Ruby was born July 1893 in Windham, Ohio, and she passed away May of 1976 in Warren, Ohio. So Rex Isler's parents were Michael Isler, and Michael Isler was born February of 1847 in Cleveland, Ohio, and he passed away in April 1973 in Warren, Ohio. Michael Isler was married to a Julia Ann Conrad. She was born September 1855 in West Virginia, and she passed away May of 1914 in Windham, Ohio. So during her lifetime, she moved from West Virginia to Windham, Ohio. Michael Isler's parents were a Joseph Isler, and he was born 1804 in Germany. So he was the first Isler that crossed the Atlantic, potentially on the Mayflower, and passed away in Cleveland, Ohio, February of 1881. So later on in his life, he experienced the Civil War. Joseph Isler was married to an Elizabeth Phileas, who was born in Germany in 1816. And I don't have a death date on her, so potentially that could be added at some point in the future. Joseph Isler's parents, his father was a George Isler, and you can see the spelling of Isler has an additional S at this point. He was born in Germany in 1766, passed away in December of 1822, also in Germany. So Joseph Isler is the one that came over, and his father was born and passed away in Germany from 1766 to 1822. George Frederick Isler was married to a Susanna Margaretha Eitel. She was born January 1771, passed away in October of 1834. You can see here the spelling of October is OKT because it was put in by a German family. Also with George Isler, The December was put in as DEZ, and the June was put in as JUNI. George Frederick Isler's parents were Joseph Isler, and the spelling of the name is even a little different. So it went from Eisler to Issler. Joseph was born in 1719, passed away in January of 1793. Joseph Isler was married to a Maria Agnes Eisig, and Maria was born in Germany February of 1742, passed away in Germany in November of 1806. Joseph Isler's parents, his father was a Johann Isler, and you can see the spelling is even a little different because of the German letter. So he was born October 1676 in Germany, and he passed away in March of 1760 in Germany. Johann was married to an Anna Katharina Keller, who was born November of 1682 in Germany, and she passed away March of 1728, also in Germany. So Johann Isler's parents were another Johann, so potentially Johann Sr., and the Johann Isler may have been a junior, but this Johann Isler, you can see the spelling is Issle, so it looks like it kind of went back and forth, potentially, or maybe the records are so far back that there's potentially a lack of detail. But this Isler was Johann Hans Isler von Rieden, who was born in Switzerland, January of 1649, and passed away in April of 1710 in Germany. So there's some movement from Switzerland to Germany. Johann was married to a Maria von Mar de Besserer, who was born in April of 1643, passed away November 1707 in Germany. Johann Isler's parents were a Caspar or Casper, not sure of the pronunciation, but we see an Isler at the end, and some movement from Switzerland to Germany. Born September of 1624, and he was married to an Elsbeth Hoffmann from Switzerland. And she was born in 1627, passed away in 1660. Caspar's parents, his father was a Jacob Jsler von Rieden, so we see the name Isler again, spelled Isler potentially, born at the turn of the century in February 1600. And he passed away February of 1658. Jacob was married to an Ursula von Feraltorf from Switzerland, born in April 1602, and passed away January of 1659. And Jacob's parents were a Stoffel with the last name Issler, also with the von Rieden included, born in Zurich, February of 1570 potentially, and passed away September of 1629, also in Zurich. And he was married to an Elizabeth Leiner, who was born in 1569, and his parents were potentially a Killian, either spelled with a K or a C, with Isler in it, and born around 1543 in Zurich, Switzerland. His wife was Katharina Fretz, born potentially around 1544. So again, hopefully some more detail can be further added in the future. And the furthest I could go back was Kilian's father, and potentially a Melcher, maybe spelled with a Chior on the end, but also containing the name Isler, Isler, potentially also maybe with a J instead of an I, but also the von Rieden. And he was born around 1508. So hopefully somebody can add some more detail to this, but I was able to go back as far as 1508, as of 2024. So this is the zoomed out version of the Isler family tree.